Welcome everyone, KD here, and this is another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. This is part 3 of my blueprint classes and communication between blueprints tutorial, and this time I want to show you how you can create with an active blueprint asset you can interact with. As example, an NPC you can talk to, or a door you can open, a switch you can activate, anything like that you can create with an active blueprint, and it's not that difficult, and I want to show you this right now how you can do this. And for that we go back to our content browser, add new blueprint class, and again select actor. Soon please label the actor so you will clearly know what the task of this particular actor is, and don't do it like I do it in here and just call it new blueprint 1. So we open this up in here, and last time in our in this blueprint I didn't change anything in the viewport, so this blueprint is invisible, but we can of course add stuff into the viewport. So we have we can, as example, add a door, add a skeleton mesh with a character, or anything like that, and that you can do this here on the left side if you're in the viewport. I for now mostly worked in the event graph, but if you work in the viewport of an active blueprint, or let's say if you work in an active blueprint, what is a little bit different from a level blueprint, we have here our component list. This here is our default scene route. Like I said, this is invisible. From here we can add new components. As example, we can add a skeleton mesh. So if you have an NPC or anything like that, you can add here a skeleton mesh, and as example, my test dummy I created just for having a reference, I can put in here, and I even can add here now I have to see test dummy 2. Let me see. I can even add here animation blueprints. I see. No, I code it differently. Sorry about that. I think I called it PC blueprint, and then we can even play animations. Yeah, you can add, like I said, NPC in here. You can also just add a cube or a sphere or anything like that we see in there. Maybe I will do this, and we can change a little bit, change location, the rotation here. We can change the scale in here. I don't want to go through everything we can do here, so we can select the mesh we want to use. If you have something prepared from a modeling software, then you can add it in here instead of cube. You can change the material. I don't know how to, probably have from different tutorials different materials. As example, you can, okay, it has to calculate, but I took a different material. Maybe I took a little bit of complicated material from my material editor tutorial. Anyway, let's go further. You can here add the physics. I won't go too much into this. Here are the collisions. This is a little bit the more important part. For the mesh itself, you in general don't want to have an overlap event. depending on how exactly you want to do. Overlap event you want to do for a collision volume to trigger something if you want it for an actor, or you use it for your player character. For others, I would recommend to you not to use generate overlap event. Then collision, I would recommend to you to block everything. And then what we have here are different events we can select, and I will come to this a little bit later. So what you now can do is, of course, you can do overlap, and then as soon as the player touches the square, it will happen. However, how I will do it is add a collision box. Here on the collision, you have box collision, you have capsule collision, and you have sphere collision. If you want to trigger something, like when you go close to this, then the door will open, or when you close to this, then you can press a button and the door will open. If you go close to it, you get the option to interact with an NPC and things like that. Then I would say the best thing is probably to use a sphere. What I did wrong right now is you want to have it in the default and not on the cube itself, just from the structure here. Is it, what I wonder now, is it extremely big or extremely small, so I don't see it. Yeah, so then we can change here the size and the location. It has to be bigger, so 10. And so now what we want to do here is go back to collision. Here, overlap all dynamics and generate overlap events. So now when our play character, he needs also to have generate overlap events on, and then when he gets in this area, then we can create an event. How to create an event is exactly with this part here. As example here, on component begin overlap and on component end overlap are the two things I use the most. You can here just press on plus and then here create your event, and you can do here what you want. Maybe you have a widget that comes up and then you have talk options. Maybe a door will open, or you will immediately load into a new map, into a new area, or a cutscene will start, or anything like that. Here, from here on, you can create every task you want to do. And then, if you did this, you can push it into your map. Now if your player comes into this area, you will trigger the task you want to do. For this you don't even need the level blueprint that we used before. So this was a very short example and really basic on what you can do with an interactive asset. If you want to have a detailed tutorial about an specific example on how you can do it, I will link you to another tutorial. It's a 3-part tutorial. It's about interactive widgets that are connected to an actor. And if you go through there, you may get more information than I told you here, because I kind of want to keep this on basics and not give you very specific events or anything or tasks you can solve there, and because you can do a lot of stuff in here. Like I said, you can start a dialogue, you can change something in the map, you can change something with that asset itself, you can change something with the player character, you can load a new map, a new area, you can add points to your high score, and things like that. You can do many things. So with that, I want to end part 3. Like I said, in the down below in the description part for this video, I will put there are more links to this other tutorial that gives you more detail about this. And because I made this tutorial, I don't want to go too deep into all the stuff you can do with active blueprints as interactive assets in your map. I hope you understand this, and really if you want to know more about this, please, I just explain it more in detail. I give you examples there in this tutorial, so please watch this if you want to learn more. And thank you for watching. This is it about part 3. Part 4 will be about player characters, and I hope I see you in part 4.